I'm going to be 100% open. I'm going to be more open than I've ever been. If you watched me back in January, or if you knew me before, if you ever saw me on here, I'm a different person. The person I used to be in my 20s is a completely different person that I am now that I'm 30. And I love this version of myself. And I'm never going back to that other version because this is the version that I've always been down under. I just haven't had the confidence to be this person. But I know who I am. I know the gifts that I have. I'm glad I'm finally able to use them in my voice in a way that I always maybe did use it on the inside, or was only able to use it when I'm writing and not speaking out loud. And I think a big part of that is since I've lost weight and I have been on GLP-1, which, if you don't know, it helps normalize your brain. It frees space in your little flesh memory bank up here, and you're able to focus on other things. Like, I've been able to focus on me and who I am as a person, and I'm more confident and more sure of myself than I have been in my entire life. And I've only been on this journey I started in late January. And being on this medication has quite literally freed up space for me to focus on other things, not just my physical health, but in particular mental health. So I'm a completely different person, and I'm putting myself out there, and I'm being more honest than I ever have. And I'm working on editing a YT video right now, and it's the most personal video I've ever made. It's something I've only talked about with a few people in my entire life since it happened, and that's when my dad died by suicide in 2013. And it's not something that's easy to talk about, obviously. I was 17. It's been, what has it been, like 12 years? Yeah, 12 years. It feels like it was yesterday. There's a lot of emotions that come with that. It's a leading cause of death for men under 45. It's a leading cause of death for men. And one of the reasons is because men don't talk about it. And it's not just men who need to talk about it. It's people who have men in their lives that they care about, because those men don't feel comfortable or like they have a voice or like they're allowed to have their faults. They have to be, I don't know, whatever version of tough that they have been taught that they need to be. And at some point, that fake persona just comes crashing down. And some people, I haven't been in this situation, so I'm speaking from the little experience I have from the survivor side of it, of knowing, eventually that persona, that facade is going to crumble. And it's not just that person who makes that decision, who, life crumbles and whose walls crumble. It's the people around them, especially when it's a parent and especially when you're young. It's something that I feel is very hard to talk about and something a lot of people want to ignore and a lot of people will ignore. And I'm talking about it in the most honest way. I'm not sugarcoating anything. It wasn't sugarcoated to me when it happened. So I'm saying it how I want to say it. It's something that needs to be talked about. One thing that's a huge mistake that we have been doing, and this is society as a whole, is sanitizing the topic. It's not a topic that needs sanitized. It affects many people, and it's something that doesn't have to happen. If people just learned how to talk about some of these things, this is something that would never happen. It doesn't have to happen now, but we don't talk about it. We try to sanitize it. We stay away from the topic like it's still some taboo thing from the 1700s that we can't talk about. I have a voice, and my voice is going to speak up, talk about these things. That's not the only thing I'm going to talk about. I am a multifaceted person. I have many more things that have made me who I am today. So don't expect me to just be talking like that, just like I'm not only talking about my weight loss journey, because that's not my whole personality. I have a voice now, and I'm going to use it. And I hope you're there with me on the journey, because I have things that need to be said. Some of these things you may not have ever heard before because you may not have been in my shoes and some of the places that I've been. And like, I know I haven't been in a lot of your shoes. So I just wanted to make this maybe as like a message to my future self or my past self that I have a voice now and I'm going to use it. And I encourage you to do the same. Don't be concerned about what other people are going to think of you. Don't be concerned about any of that. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. If you feel drawn to speak on something you have knowledge of, by all means do it. There's a reason you're being pulled in that direction. And you can't be scared. You have to have confidence in yourself and believe in yourself because you never know who's going to receive the message that you have to give. And it may be literally, difference between life and death for someone who sees what you have to say. Don't give up. Don't be afraid of being yourself and don't stop showing up for yourself because you have to show up for yourself before you can show up for those around you. That's the biggest thing I've done to gain my voice that I did not have. And if you have any questions or thoughts or ideas, reach out to me. I'm here. I want to talk.